On This Week in Wabash, Bev Ferry joins us again. And Bev, we are excited to bring you in. And first of all, we want to talk about some of the things that have been happening since we spoke, and that would be the concert this past Sunday, right? How'd it go? Pretty good.
It was wonderful. The surprising thing about the concert at the large pavilion at Wabash City Park is the acoustics. It's
Hmm.
amazing. And it sounded so great. It was a patriotic show. And we had people from, I mean, all ages, tots to teens and older seniors.
That's
There were
awesome.
65 people all spread out. I think I'd love to see more, but the 65 people, including myself, we really enjoyed the music.
Yeah, no, that's great. Now let's talk about transit because it's been
Mhm.
a few weeks since we've talked about transit. How's
Mhm.
that going now?
Transit is we're gradually catching up, recovering from what would say the decline that was due to COVID.
Hmm.
But I want to tell a story. So I tell you all the time that I need drivers, and it is true because the more drivers we have, the more people we can serve, right? And there's things that I want to special services we want to do, but I don't think people understand who our drivers are. And so I have a great story. This happened recently, and actually something similar has happened 3 times since January. We recently had a rider. The driver went to pick them up, and the rider, no response. And the driver, knowing this rider, and they know our people. They talk to them on the phone, or they know each other. So it was that happened to be our dispatcher, and the dispatcher had been in the office the day before when this rider missed a ride, no call, no show, and then today, that next day, the same thing, and that driver knew something was wrong. Went to the office management of the apartment complex and said, "Could you please check? Something's wrong." And the manager ended up calling the police, and they sent an ambulance. They found the person on the floor.
Wow.
And we've had 3 incidents of something similar to that this year, and it is if you picture that just in the first 6 months. People don't realize that being a driver for public transit in a rural area is more than just driving the bus.
Yeah.
It's about getting to know the people that you take, and you don't even have to try to get to know them. You do get to know them, and I'm so proud of the whole team because it's not this driver and other people have done the same similar things. So on that was Friday of last week. So I went out and bought lifesavers, bags of the wintergreen, and I put them in all the drivers' boxes and poured them on top of the desk of the dispatcher and left a note. You're a lifesaver.
Oh, that's awesome.
People don't realize how attached. It's not just driving. It's driving with people, like
Right.
driving Miss Daisy. Very similar.
Yeah. No, and Lifesaver can be also attached to the drivers just because they are providing an
Oh yeah.
opportunity for people to just be able to get out and go to the grocery store or get out and do whatever they do.
You know, it's humorous that people will call and say, "Well, do you transport people? Is it just Wabash?" And we're like, "No, so entire county." Or they'll say, "Can I? Is it okay if I go to my sister's house?" I'm like, "Yes, that's where our dispatchers will say, yes, that's anything you want to do as long as it's legal. We're good."
Yeah.
And so we do things like getting people to taking them to visit their sister. Maybe the sister lives in Manchester and they live in Wabash, and that person they neither can drive. So, those kinds of things as what we take people to work, including some seniors. But we take people to work, we take people to the food pantries, we take people anywhere they want to go. Like sometimes they'll come in town and want to go to the courthouse, or maybe they go to some other service, like a legal service or something. But a lot of times they're coming in, they're going to the hairdresser, they're going to see people. Transit brings their life back to normal.
Yeah.
It connects them, and we need more drivers who are interested. You got to be a good driver, but you have to have a heart for service. And a good driver is someone who has an innate understanding of human nature and can appreciate it. We're not here to do anything other than provide that service and be friendly people. And drivers, they become very important to our riders.
I want
Very
to make
important.
sure people understand that it's not just for seniors. Your
Oh no, it's all
transit,
age.
yeah,
Mhm. It's all ages, and not only that, it's all ages can ride together. I mean, like a family, they can bring their kids, whichever. If it's car seats, that you got to take care of it yourself.
yeah,
We're not going to put the child in or secure it. You have to do that. But no, it's all ages, and people don't realize, like during the pandemic, how we had so many different people using transit. And I think while the numbers were down in terms of obviously ridership, it was down across the country, but it was also, but the numbers in terms of different people were up. And I think there were some people that because of COVID weren't comfortable maybe getting that ride with a neighbor. And so they used transit. Transit is something that's so important that everybody support and encourage before you need it.
yeah,
You
absolutely,
never think you're going to need it. You never do.
right.
I used it after my surgeries and stuff, where you're still hobbling along.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, very cool. We appreciate you coming back on the show this week. I like to update folks on, well, I hate to call it the aging community, but we do have an aging community, and I want to make sure that we are giving them the information as often as we can about uh, things they can do in their life, and the senior center
Right.
is definitely doing that. Next time, I'd like to talk about downtown.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Yeah, that'd be fun. All right, Bev, thank you again. We'll talk to you.
Thanks. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
More coming up on This Week in Wabash.
Hi, it's Carly from Wabash Marketplace, and tonight is First Friday in downtown Wabash. There's so much happening tonight and the rest of the weekend, so let's go on ahead and see what's to come.
Very good. Good morning, Scott.
Hey, good morning.
All right. We are heading into a weekend here, a patriotic weekend, 4th of July, Independence Day. We've got fireworks in the city Sunday night, right?
Yeah, it's, believe it or not, a new month.
Yes, I know. We're just, that's nuts.
I'm not sure where June went, but yeah, we're getting ready for first Friday night, first Friday downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday night, fireworks. Weather permitting, those will be launched from the Wabash Street Department, not the Field of Dreams.
Right.
The Field of Dreams is a viewing location, along with many others out in that area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so want to make that perfectly clear. It was brought up at the council meeting that they're not shot from the Field of Dreams. They're shot from behind our street department, and we've got a field back there. So
not from second base on one of the Little League diamonds? That's not where.
No.
Okay,
No.
I know. I'm just playing.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a big weekend. We at the city do an annual employee lunch. We'll do that at the city park tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously a lot of people will have Monday off because the holiday falls on the 4th, so city offices will be closed Monday.
Monday is there. I was okay.
Yeah, we get a 4-day work week next week. So, yeah, good things going on this weekend. It's, I guess kind of the official start of summer when the 4th of July hits. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we're pretty fortunate all over the county. I know you're Wabash City Mayor, but we have a really cool county with all of these lakes and reservoirs. And, there's so many things to do in this county.
Yeah, absolutely. It's you've got 2 reservoirs available. You've got lakes up north around the lake then and everywhere else. And there's plenty of recreational opportunities available. And we get some people from out of state coming to these lakes too. So that's a good asset for the county to have. And then obviously the fireworks shows. Rowan does their own. Manchester does theirs. Wabash does theirs. So there's plenty of opportunities for big bangs this weekend.
Yes, absolutely. And you can find all of that, by the way, on Visit Wabash County's Facebook page and stuff, but also on yournewslocal.com. We'll have all of ours in Miami counties. So the rumor is that real close, the bridge might be open very, very soon?
Yeah, I got day before yesterday, I got an email from NDOT rep. He advised due to the recent rains we've had, it's going to be pushed to mid to late next week. They have to wait for the rain to stop,
sure.
And they're going to put a sealer on the southbound lane of that bridge, kind of a liquid sealer, and it takes a few days for that to set up, kind of similar to the county did that on Carroll Street Bridge a couple years ago and the Huntington Street Bridge.
Yeah.
It just takes a little while, for depending on humidity and everything for that sealer to dry out. So he informed me mid to late next week. So we were hoping to be done by this weekend, but the rains this week have pushed them back.
Absolutely. All right, what else is going on the fine folks of the city need to know about? Anything else?
Well, we just talked about some rains, and day before yesterday, we got a slobber knocker.
Yeah.
In the afternoon, downtown at our wastewater plant, we got 1.4 inches of rain in 31 minutes. And we had some street flooding, and I'd like the citizens to understand that, especially down there in that Cass Street area, that it flooded, and we had, I think, 4 vehicles that tried to go through it that stalled out. All the water from the north side of town is coming down that storm line on Cass Street to the river. And when that pipe's full, that water down there has to wait for that pipe to kind of empty out before it can drain down the drain. So it was going within 20 minutes.
Wow.
Down there. So that's a huge improvement from from where it used to be with the work we've done. And we've got areas in town, and I've talked to some residents and asked them, hey, have you had flooding issues? Because before we did some work, they had water in their basements and everything. And they told me, they said, no, we haven't had any flood issues now that you mention it. So the work that we're doing, separating these storm lines from our sanitary sewers, is paying dividends for a lot of different areas of town.
Yeah.
We've still got some issues. We got some issues of water coming in from the county. I've contacted Wabash Soil and Water Conservation District and the county commissioners, and we're going to try to work together to fix an issue over the McKibben Street area, that subdivision. There's a low area in that street that tends to flood too, but all the water from the north and south is trying to get to the river at the path of least resistance. So that creates some issues. So we're going to address some things and try to get that taken care of for the residents over there. So
awesome. We appreciate that. All right.
Yeah. If there was a number to call the good man upstairs to complain to him about it, that's who's controlling that. The mayor's not controlling it. We're doing our level best to solve the situation so it doesn't happen.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I hope you have a great weekend. Try to spend some time with those kids, right? Family?
Yeah, absolutely. And encourage everybody to be safe and make sure you wake up Monday morning with all your fingers. And,
yeah, no kidding.
Don't mess with some of those big boomer fireworks that if you don't have a safe place to do it.
Absolutely. All right, Scott. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Couple
have
of
a great
times.
weekend.
Yeah.
Couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we'll see.
Hey guys, it's Whitney from Visit Wabash County, and I have Katie with me behind the camera today, and we're exploring some outdoor recreation opportunities for you guys in Wabash County. And today our first stop is at Mississinawa Reservoir, so let's get started, Katie. Lucky that we have two reservoirs in Wabash County, and like I said, today we're at Mississinawa, which is north of town. Yeah, no, south of town. South of town. South of town. Yeah, so south of town is Mississinawa. So that means that Salamone is north of town. Yes. Well, it's kind of like east. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. We're directionally challenged. It's fine. Challenged right here. Anyways, this would be such a fun little day adventure with your family if you're in Wabash County. It's only $7 to get in if you don't have the pass, and you can go boating. There's tons of access sites along the way.
Yes,
you can go to this beautiful beach that we're going to show you in just a minute here that we're at right now.
Yes, and there's tons of places to like sit. Like there's tons of picnic places, a little playground and things like that. Pavilions everywhere too that you can come and have like a family reunion or something too.
Yeah, for sure. Fishing opportunities. So really your possibilities are endless. It's a great place to camp as well, spend the weekend.
Yeah, my family camps all the time and it's so much fun.
Yeah, so let's show them the beach, Katie.
All right, let's go. And don't forget, Salamone has a beach as well and all the same amenities as Mississinawa. All right, so now that we've hit the beach.
Yep, you ready for our next stop?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. So we are at our second stop, floating down the Wabash River, doing some eagle watching, enjoying a great time with friends out here.
All right, Whitney, tell us a little bit about White Rock.
So if you guys haven't been to White Rock Recreation, why I'm in this kayak is because they completely plan your trip. So if you are a first-time kayaker or canoeer, you can book a trip through White Rock Recreation, and they actually take you to the site in LaGros. Canoes, kayaks, anything, paddles.
They got you set, everything. It's super fun. We've done it before and we love it. It's always so fun.
And then you just float back down, right back to White Rock to your car. So really is, if you don't have kayaks or canoes and you just want a fun experience with friends and family, we highly recommend that you book a trip with White Rock Recreation.
Yes, super affordable and
Let's
fun.
keep going, Katie.
All right, ready for our next stop?
Let's go.
Okay.
So I am so excited to be at our third location. It is the new Wabash River Trail that they've been working on for the past few years. And my very special guest today is Dr. Neil Beaver. So Neil, what is your favorite way to utilize a trail like this?
Well, biking is a great low impact exercise. It's not very hard on the joints unless you're on a tiny balance bike like this, but it's also a great cardiovascular workout. A lot of people that aren't into running, they do like biking. You're gonna get to see more and you're gonna get to still be a part of nature.
Awesome.
So basically this tricycle isn't good for you.
It's not a tricycle, it's a balance bike.
Oh, balance bike, a balance bike.
The future of teaching kids how to bike because
I love that.
the pedaling is the easiest part. It teaches kids how to balance.
Oh.
But they don't make them for adult sizes. So
Oh, so this is what we're getting at.
yeah.
So what's really cool about this new trail is that it connects from Wabash to LeGros and it's almost finished. So if you haven't come out here and experienced this new trail yet, you can bike like we're doing or balance like Neil's trying to do. Or you can run or walk or just get out and explore nature. And this is connected right to Paradise Spring Historical Park in downtown Wabash.
And then you can ride this thing all the way to LeGros.
How many miles do we got left?
All right, you guys ready to race?
Okay.
Here we go,
Yeah, what
racing?
do you think about a race, Neil? I'll give you a 5-second head start.
5 seconds, all right.
Okay, let's see what your knees can do. He's running, that's cheating! All right, so it looks like Neil tapped out. So,
Time to wrap this up and get back to the office.
yeah, thank you, Neil, for being our special guest and riding your balance bike.
And make sure you come check out the new Wabash River Trail that's connected to Paradise Spring Historical Park and leads you all the way to LeGros.
Yes, and if you want to explore our outdoor recreation pages, make sure you go to our website at visitwabashcounty.com. We'll see you
guys.
next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Tune in again next Friday for another edition of This Week in Wabash. And also check out the radio program on Sunday mornings at 9 right here on 1059thebash.com and 1059 The Bash Radio.